Stuart, I think you're making things really, really difficult on yourself. And let me explain how. First of all, you're what you're doing here is you're doing some really neat things with type, and you're really showing a propensity of this weight of stacking type and showing density and showing depth through density, and that's a really neat technique that you're developing here. My problem is this, is that I'm going to go back to the original image, okay? And I don't know if you remember, but one of my comments was that at least three shades of gray here. And you do, basically, you have two. You've got this right here, but we're not using that. We're using just the face, right? So I think it's really important that you start with a very effective image. Now, that I think was the strength of that first image in the announcements way back in week one. I'm not going to bring it up. You can take a look at it, but that was the strength there. Is that the tonal range was there? So you had these gradual depth building through these tonal variations in the way that the type was presented to show those different tones. Now, that was great, but here you only have black and white basically. So you don't have any kind of gradual representations of tonal changes. So basically you just got this really stark black and white. That's why we were looking for at least a three-step live trace or image trace in Illustrator. So I think that we can see the inherent problems in the transition through here. I think the biggest problem here in this is that you're getting caught up on a couple of things. Number one, you decided to put this on black instead of saying, okay, so the shadow parts for me are going to be black and the highlights are going to be a light color. That to me would have been the most straightforward solution. And I think that you missed an opportunity here. Okay, again, let me repeat that. And I can't bring these both up at the same time because I don't have the PDF. So basically, I guess what I can do is if we look at this piece and look at this piece next to it, we can see that you're showing black as the background, so you reversed it immediately, which leaves you with all these crazy decisions to make as to how do I represent this area here and how do I represent this area here. Okay, so you're trying to build this tone using different colors and textures and depth and density, and that's awesome. But the problem is that you're doing it in a reverse way, as opposed to just saying, okay, I'm going to have a white background, okay, and then I'm going to have this black image, and then in the black image, I'm going to fill in the white with type, okay, so that the white is all type, and the type and you can even demarcate that face right there with some type too, so you don't have to take the type out. You see what I'm saying? Out into the background, since there's no line there. But that to me is the easiest fix, because right here it's just, let's just jump back here and let's open that up and let's just take a look at this. It looks like it's difficult in the process. It doesn't look finished. You see what I'm saying? So let me know what your reactions are. I'm interested. I'm wondering if you got caught up on that translation between how you reverse this and what you're going to use to depict dark and what you're going to use to depict light. Because to me, that would be a really confusing thing. To me, it's like confusing. Like, I don't know if you've ever tried to cut out a stencil, but that's basically what this is. It's like cutting out a stencil. So it's really mind-boggling. So anyway, if you have any questions at all, please give me a holler. Thanks.